Hernandez and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
Yo.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
I don't see it. Where'd you go? Hold on.
I see you.
Well, I don't see you. Let's see. Maybe it's that. Oh, hold on.
You like in a wind tunnel, bro?
No. Are you there?
I'm here. Are you there?
Okay. I don't see you.
I don't see you no more either. You turned off your video thing.
All right, but now why? I'm on the big part of the video. Shouldn't I be not the big part of the video? Shouldn't you be the bigger part of the video?
I don't know. I have a picture of my face here, and there's like a swirling thing. Like maybe Skype is like.
Hold on.
Okay.
Just give me a second, bro.
There's a video button here. Let me hit this. Oh, it
Stop
says,
yet.
Mine says stop video, so I wouldn't want to do that.
No. But I usually would see you.
Yeah, what do you
like
see now?
like sometimes there's a button you hit like to hide the video, but like there's no.
Let me see something here. Let me go to my preferences on Skype and shit.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's because I don't even see me on my thing. Let me.
Yeah, like I'm on the smaller box, but
let me shut down the Yankee game and see if maybe that's causing it to fucking do something. I don't know.
This is weird.
We're recording all this, by the way.
Yeah, people like it apparently.
Oh no!
There you are.
You know what it was? I had the game streaming through my computer.
Okay.
So it was like...
So it wasn't allowing your video.
Right. It just was not letting enough shit through.
Okay.
That's the technical term for what just happened.
Nice.
All right. Welcome to All in Our Heads, everybody. We are back.
Take a look at this, Joe. Take a look at that.
Sunshine and pool, man.
Nice, right?
Yeah, like the mountains in the background.
Isn't that sweet? That's cool, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. You're in the same hotel every night? Or you've been moving around?
No, she actually booked this. Like we're performing here tonight. We performed in another theater like 2 hours away from here last night.
Uh-huh.
So, but instead of staying at a hotel by there, she just checked us into this casino for 2 nights.
Ah.
So we left the gig and just came right here. I checked in last night like 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock in there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good.
He's in Arizona, people.
Arizona, it's nice. This casino is nice, man. The room is nice downstairs. Girl, it's insane.
I saw you say, you're like, I'm at the Talking Stone. I'm like, that's like a Talking Stone?
Talking stick.
Talking stick? That's
yeah,
like
well, it's
worst
Indians.
Name.
Well, to them it's not because it's. I don't know why they named it the Talking Stick, but a Talking Stick is.
Stone I like, but Talking Stick, it just sounds.
Yeah, well, in an Indian circle, like in a circle, you get the talking stick and you get to talk.
Oh, that's what it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's like you're passing it around, and
yeah, exactly. Who's got the stick? I got the stick.
I got the talking stick. See somebody getting mad at the fucking blackjack table. Someone's yapping. Take away this guy's talking stick. Guy keeps hitting.
This guy's got way too much talking stick.
Guy keeps hitting on 20 fucking all day. Take away his talking stick.
I for a while I thought it was walking stick because that makes more sense. A walking stick.
Yeah, a walking stick, but a talking stick.
I didn't think about it, and then all of a sudden I was like, I looked at the website. And I was like, oh, that's not walking. That's talking. Okay.
Walking stick is up the road.
Yeah, you got to walk way up the road to get to it.
That's the rival. If you want to come here and meet people and talk, you come to the talking stick. If you want to go just walk around with Indians, walking stick. Not as fun as a party time.
Very quiet.
Very quiet, the walking stick. Couple of half Indians there. If you want Chief J Strongbow.
Yeah.
Talking stick.
But it's pretty cool. There's a big stage out there like for a DJ, and like I got a video of this one guy. I wish I can show the viewers right now. He's just out there there's a huge stage, right? A huge stage with lights, all kinds of stuff, like a DJ. And then there's one guy out there by himself. No one is by him, just doing douchebag dances, just dancing douchebag all by himself.
I hate that guy.
It's fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon, guy, and he's like doing all kinds of wiggle moves. Like in no one, he did a bowling move I never saw in my life. Like you look like you're bowling a ball. So if he's still doing it when we're done with our thing, I'm gonna film him do his fucking moves. I hope he dies of a heat stroke. To be quite honest with you, that's what I hope happens. But I hope I get it on video.
Really took it to drastic measures there.
Yeah.
I only don't hope he stops. I hope he dies of a heat stroke.
No, I do, because there's no one around him. If I could just tell you how alone he is. There's no one even at the DJ booth. Well, the DJ may have just showed up. I think it was just a loop. Yeah. But now there's a DJ, but there's no one there. It's just this guy holding a bottle of water and with his arms up in the air like he's fucking killing it. But no one's around him. No one's a good
he's on vacation.
100 feet away.
This is like he's on vacation.
He's totally on vacation, definitely.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, you know.
He is on vacation, and I hate him. But anyway, and there was like two dudes, like huge, not huge guys, but like very good bodies, nice muscles, shirts off, full back tattoo. One of them, other guy's got his hair shaped, I don't even know, like on his chest, and he's doing push-ups off a bench, like off a sitting bench. He put his feet on the bench and just doing push-ups. I'm like, guy, come on, dude. If you don't listen, if the girls aren't responding to the muscles already, this isn't going to do it.
Maybe. I mean, he must have had a success with that for him to be doing it.
I think in his head, he looks awesome, and I think he doesn't understand why no one fucks him. That's what I think.
Yeah, see, I don't, you know.
He should be getting laid. There's
Maybe
a couple
is.
Here there's a couple here that can pick any girl they want here. They should be able to pick any ass. That guy should be close to picking 75% of the girls here. But if 60% of those girls saw him do what he did, they are not fucking him.
Yeah.
I saw girls laughing at him.
Yeah, but they'll still fuck him probably.
Oh, they fuck him before they'll fuck me.
Yeah.
They're laughing at me. I'm just sitting down eating.
Yeah, they're laughing with you. They're laughing at him, but they'll fuck him.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike is so funny. Here's my fat friend. We're out of here. Come here, Muscles McGee.
Can you do that push-up thing again?
Can you do that push-up thing? Mike didn't think you was attracted to me, but you was.
Yeah, Mike's got a better personality, but he knows how to jerk off really good.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, let's go fuck.
Mike's personality's like, it's like he's taking steroids, but you're really taking steroids.
Mike's personality was doing push-ups on a bench.
Yeah, personality. I've been getting my personality for years.
I don't
give you. God blesses very few with both.
Very few.
Very few. I had a good run from my teen years to my late 20s where I had looks.
Right.
You know? Maybe even mid-20s. But even then, even at my best looking, it was like I didn't really attract people with my look. I wasn't the... That's why I feel like I probably... I didn't get to do the online dating as far as Tinder. I did the other online dating, but...
Right.
I think it probably been easier for me because if people could just get past my face and then I'm in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I was always been my hardest sell is the face. If you can not stare at me for a moment, I'll win you over.
Give me a second.
You're coming home with me tonight if you just look the other way. I'm telling you, I got you.
Yeah. That's why, on Tinder, I just use a silhouette picture, or the egg from Tinder. Egg. That's what I use. It's if you can just not worry about that right now, that would be great.
It should be a reveal, and that should be, dude. That's a good dating app. So you start off with no picture, right? And as you continue the conversation, it just starts buffering down a percentage, and then you can finally reveal the face.
Yeah, but you know what you would be doing? You would just be zipping through that convo to get to the face. Anyway, how's your mom? Where were you born? What part of Texas are you from?
No, the person decides next puzzle piece.
Oh, yeah, well, I would never decide that until you're ready to blow me. I said a girl, and I don't think she meant it hurtfully. She just was like, you know what it is, Mike? On those dating apps, your personality doesn't come through. I'm like, no, you're right. No one's personality comes through though. So what the fuck is that with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, whose personality shines through in the dating app?
Yeah.
Everyone's one feature, their fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been the attractive guy. I'm never the guy that you walk in the room. No one walks in the room and goes, "Ooh, I'm fucking him."
The only time I had that was when I was in bands, where I would like be performing, and then girls would come up to me after the show.
Right.
But I was performing. It wasn't like I was just there watching a band.
Correct.
But I've never. But I mean, even when I was younger, though, when I used to go to clubs, like the Limelight and stuff, and I feel like even though I'd meet girls, it was more about drugs than anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It must be nice.
What were you just saying? I'm like, if they see me on stage, I have a little bit of a shot. Not a lot, but a little bit of a shot. But if you didn't see me on stage, I hate when a girl shows up after the show. I'm like, Mike was on the show too. He's hilarious. I'm like, nah, my personality came out up there. If you didn't see it, it's over. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't see the act, there's no more. I got no shot because I'm not going to do it again here. You know what I mean? And you're not getting that guy. That guy's exhausted. That guy did it already. He did 45 minutes of who he is. Now it's just me waiting for someone to touch my penis. And if you didn't see the show, you're probably not going to do that.
You're waiting for someone to touch my penis. That'd be funny. You're sitting there like on the line, everyone's shaking hands. You're sitting there with two hands pointed down at your penis. What's he doing? That's what he's waiting for. Apparently, he's letting you know that he don't want to shake hands. He wants you to shake that. He's gross. Where's the guy doing push-ups?
Where's that guy dancing by himself? Oh, he's got a friend.
Come on, Susie. Let's go find a guy dancing by a pool.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe that's a thing. It's got to be a thing. How old is the guy?
Who, the push-up guy?
Either one of them. This had to have worked for them in the past.
Oh, well, the push-up guy must have been about 26, 27.
It's worked for him. At 26, 27, that move has worked for you. Like if he was younger, like 20.
The kid dancing is probably around 23, 24, and he's really out there now. And then I don't know if the kid's black or Spanish, joined him with some spinning things. They're not glow sticks.
Oh, it's like poi.
You ever see those things like the Hawaiian spin?
Yeah,
like
poi.
with a
poi. Yeah, it's like they put flames on it and shit. Maybe they work there at the talking stick.
Joe, relax. Stop painting some fantasy that you once saw on the Love Boat. Give me a second. Dude, I'm looking at it, telling you what I see. And you're going off on it. Probably works. Is it flaming? No flames. Doesn't work here.
Daytime. You can't flame in the daytime, motherfucker. I'm saying, are these poi things unflamed?
First off, I'm on the 5th floor, and the guy's about 100 fucking yards away. Okay.
All right.
So, all right. So the twirler guy left. They don't work for the place. They're fucking drunk.
Who brings their own poi?
That guy. That's what he's got to be. He's got to be Hawaiian or some sort of.
They're probably tripping in the desert doing flaming poi.
Absolutely. Now the dancer by himself, he's still out there, and he's got to be close to dying. So somebody just made fun of him and walked away from him. Anyway, it's a good view from my window, and there's so many. I can't believe how many hot girls are here.
Hot girls, muscle men doing push-ups, poi. That is a good window.
Oh, it's a good window. I was downstairs sitting with them is when I saw the push-up guy. Oh, it's such a good view.
Hey, Mike, do you have a good view?
Yeah. All right, anyway. You know what, man? Fuck you, man. Usually I'm at the Microtel in fucking Albany. You know what?
I'm jealous. I'm at the I'm headlining the Ladies Auxiliary fundraiser at the Wayne American Legion tonight. Yes, I'm jealous. There may be stuffed animals on the wall. It's tailgate style dining. Bring your own soda and chips. I mean, come on. That's where I'm at.
Well, I'm hoping that I can get one of those girls up here. The show was sold out. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is unfortunately, but Kathleen's audiences are older.
Okay. Is this have to do with your Snapchat little thing you did where, like, you were talking about how you related with the crowds and how you were to
Jersey?
Yeah. Is this your?
Yeah. Well, a little bit to do that because, like, the first night we were here, I did well. It was a kind of like cool, like artsy hippie theater. Seats about 600, I think, and we had about 400 in there. Maybe it seems like 5, but they were like a cool artsy group of people, so they were cool. So anything I said, they laughed.
Okay.
Last night's group was a little larger. It was like a 700 seat theater, and they were like, you know, kind of like way up in the desert. I made a video for you. I'm gonna send it to you of this desert road. I just filmed the outside of the desert road as I'm driving through, and I'm like, Joe, there's definitely monsters here. This is definitely where there's monsters. Like, it's so dark, and it's one road. It's a 2-lane road, one going that way, one coming this way, and it's just clean in the desert.
It's got to be like sand monsters because you could see them if they were like on land. Those are the ones that get you from like your feet.
Exactly.
You're just walking through, and oh shit, you just sucked underground. Fuck that.
But there was some really cool look. Like when you look out the desert, all you see is shadows of cactuses. Like you could see silhouettes of cactuses. I thought it was really cool. But
I want to go to the desert so bad. I haven't been.
No?
No, I'm fucking halfway through my life, and I've yet to see the desert. I mean, I went to Vegas. You see the desert for like 7 seconds.
And it's full of Elvises.
Yeah. It's like one road with no Elvis on it. Then you're like, this is God's land. Hi, Elvis.
Yeah. Look at remotes.
Yeah, I'm not God. I'm the king. Honka, honka, honka. Fucking Elvis.
But there was this theater was a little more like, I don't know, a little more tighter for me. They laughed there was just, I could not figure them out. Like I would get a good laugh and I'm like, okay, I see where this goes. And then I go there and it's like, doesn't happen. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I bring it to here and I see. They like it to amp it up. They like it down a little bit. But I realized my abrasion. Kathleen brought it up, but she didn't bring it up as me. She just said, in this area, what is not in this area is that Guido East Coast guy. There's not a lot of that in this area.
Okay.
So she didn't mean that to me. She didn't say it to me, but I kind of feel like it might have came up because she was thinking it. You know what I mean?
Like thinking it up a little bit?
So I said to her, I realized, coming out to some of these gigs that if I smile a little more, it's like you're. She wasn't saying it to me, but she was just saying it in general. She was like, a lot of East Coast people that it seems like they're angry or mad at somebody or just rude, but they're not. They're just talking.
Yeah.
And I think she felt like maybe because I didn't do great, but I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I did for the majority of the show a 6. I might have had moments of an 8, but for the majority of the show, it was like a 6.
All right.
And like I started out, making fun of the neighborhood, the area. And they were like, oh, and I was like, oh, stop it already. But then there was parts they laughed a lot at what I was saying. So like it's hard to judge, but I just think that I have to be mindful that when I'm not on the East Coast, I have to soften my voice a little bit. Just soften it a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think that's why, I've heard interviews with Seinfeld where he talks about it, like the importance of going on the road because you got to learn how this material works everywhere.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to... if you ever notice, the guy... the people like Kathleen, people that are big, that tour the country, they can perform anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, their act works everywhere the way they do it.
Right.
You got to figure out how to... do you, but just a slightly off, like a 2% off way.
Well, I adjusted, and I realized when I made myself, I was not angry at all, but I never came off. Like last night's show, I don't ever remember being like that. What the fuck are we doing out here, guys? Like that kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
But I said maybe they're really there because they're really deserty fucking Arizona people. Maybe even my softening is hard.
I've seen Jersey crowds think you were too angry.
Oh, I hear you. But I've been.
I guess you can't do what are we doing here in a beautiful theater.
Huh?
I guess you can't be like, what the fuck are we doing here? You're like in a beautiful theater.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I just said, what do I say? I said, oh, Arizona, thank you guys, Wickenburg. And then I just said, they laughed at this. I was like, Wickenburg. I don't think I ever said that word ever. Like, so I'm 46 years old. First time I said the word Wickenburg. And I was like, it's Arizona. You guys are nice, man. It's nice. You guys are really good people. But what happened out here? When did you guys stop building? Like, when did you lay the hammer down? 1947? You're like, that's good enough. We're good. We're done. Like, nothing else. We're not doing anything else out here. They laughed at that. And then when I said something, you don't have Dunkin' Donuts out here. You guys are killing me. They kind of like got mad at that, like because I guess they associate that with East Coast. Like, we don't need that shit out here. It's kind of what I felt.
Yeah, they could be very like hipsterish or something where like they like their local coffee shit. Like some people.
No, these are old fuckers, man. Old theater people.
Yeah.
They just like there was some younger people, but they were old. They were like you could tell they were probably Christian because they had to be clean.
Yeah.
One woman came up to me afterwards, like when she talked, she would close her eyes and it's like kind of like it was meek, like hi. And she was like, "You were very funny. I don't get to hear a lot of you because I just listen to the Christian radio comedy, but you were very funny." And I was like, ugh. Keep moving.
Keep it moving.
She was sweet though, but I mean, like that's what the audience was, I guess.
Yeah.
But I try. I mean, there's parts where they liked when I made fun like that. I made fun of some people in the crowd. They loved that when I made fun of these two people in the crowd. But the two people in the crowd felt uncomfortable. But I don't give a fuck.
You crowd work in a big theater?
I was saying something I just saw. I said I explained. I'm like, I'm in a theater. I cannot see any of you. I said, so they could be playing a laugh track right now, and you guys could have just left, and I would have no idea because I can't see. I said, but I see 4 or 5 faces in the front, and the ones that I key on are you two with your unhappy, judgy faces. I said, I hear laughter, and then like I hear they start laughing and clapping. I'm like, see, I hear that. I don't see it, but I know it's back there. And what I do see is you and your judgy face. That's what I get to see.
And the judgy faces didn't lighten up after saying that to them?
The woman did. The man kind of. He just looked like an old fucking guy who digs holes in the desert for no reason.
Well, casinos are miserable places too. I mean, a lot of times the crowds are miserable.
I wasn't at a casino last night.
Oh, just a theater outside the casino?
Yeah, tonight's a casino.
Oh, tonight's a casino.
Tonight, though, it's supposed to be because it's like a really happening, like cool casino. Like Kathleen said, this is the best one of the week of the 3.
Oh, good.
This will be. So we'll see. I do realize. I mean, there's people who are like I mean, there's some people who are not going to ever. So when I was like, oh, my daughter, I love her, and I said something like, I don't know if I love her, and someone was like, yes, you do, and I was like, who are you, Child Services? I was like, yeah, I love my daughter. Yeah, of course I love her. I love her a lot. I like her a little, and I was like, well, don't tell her. And I said something else about her. I'm like, yeah, she drives me nuts. I love her very much. I don't want nothing to happen to her, but anything that comes out of her face, I don't care about. Is that cleared up for you, lady? Like,
I still can't take people that just can't suspend belief to just notice as an act that you're performing. Right. Like, oh, they do the oh. It's like, what the fuck with the awe?
I know.
Like
yeah.
Like this comedian friend of mine, Tim Grill. He's got like he walks with a cane. He's got like. I forget what he has with his legs, but he makes fun of it on stage, being handicapped. Right. And they're like, oh, he's like, I don't need. I'm making fun of me. You can't awe the guy.
Yeah, really.
I'm the guy.
Really, yeah.
I'm the guy doing jokes about me. You're making me feel bad about making fun of me. It's like, what the fuck? Everyone's such pussies.
So, anyway, that's what I learned. That was the one thing. That was what I wasn't really talking about. We were starting to talk about that. I was like, what was I saying that you said this has something to do with your...
You said there's one thing I learned out here.
Oh, that's not how it started. It's all right. I was saying something else. You said, you brought up that. I'm like, yeah, that is part of it, but that wasn't what
it was part of it. So you were obviously talking about performing out in Arizona.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's gone. It's over.
All right, let's start from the beginning. Muscle man doing push-ups, poi. Guy dancing.
Speaking of dancer.
Monsters in the sand.
Yeah. I don't remember.
But
Anyway.
Kathleen was cool when she gave you that advice, or?
She didn't give me that advice.
Oh.
She never said it at all. Her saying this conversation made me think about it. And I said to her, I'm like, yeah, I notice when I'm out here, I try to smile a little more just to make my shit more, acceptable. She never said, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, never addressed it like it was me.
Gotcha.
But I feel that it was.
Ah.
She just never addressed it like that.
Or just a shitty crowd, right? Just one night, shitty crowd.
Yeah, and they were, they were fine. They just weren't, they weren't 100% on board the whole time. A lot of times, I was saying her crowds are older. That's where I was going with this. I'm realizing, it's a good thing. Her crowds are older, but I don't know. She's been doing comedy a long time. She has developed a fan base. The people who have come out to see her really love her and her style.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to say next.
We don't have the same style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a good opener for her because we're not the same kind of voice at all.
Right.
So like when I do stand up Scottsdale during the weekend, I'll kill every show because it's comedy people. It's not Kathleen. The difference is people who come to see Kathleen, they're Kathleen people. They're not comedy people.
And they may not even be invested in your time up there because they want to see her. I've noticed that when I open up for people that have their own audience.
Right.
They'll give it to me a little bit. Sometimes their crowds give it to you the whole time, but there's those certain crowds that are like, just get that guy up.
Yeah, but like Sebastian, everyone loves Sebastian. But me and him are similar in acts and similar in styles that they love me equally.
Right, right.
It's like they got more Sebastian. I got him too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how they feel. They're like, oh my God, we got you too? That's an awesome show. For her, my style and her style are completely different. So fans of hers are going to enjoy me, but they're not going to love me.
Right, right.
Fans of Sebastian's are going to love him and love me. Fans of Brewer love him, love me. Because we're the same conversation. And she is too, but it's just a different...
Well, I don't want to make... she's more Midwest. She is Midwestern.
I was going to say that.
She's she's good for everybody.
Correct. And it's hilarious, and her bits are funny, hilarious, and they're on board the whole way. They're on board with her.
Yeah. Now there was who was it? It was, I think was it Stern? I think Stern, he talked about when he started radio.
Right.
He used to talk. He grew up in New York, so he used to talk very New York.
Yeah, yeah.
And he trained himself to not sound so New York because
Right.
he felt it would hurt him in other markets.
Right.
Like that he wanted to be more universal, which was a pretty interesting thing to hear.
Right, right.
Most of us are just I am who I am, and that's who I am. You know what I mean? But he made a conscious effort to realize, man, if I sound very New York, I won't get it. And
Anthony, the owner of Ha, a few years ago when one of the locations he was in the back of the room watching it, and he had a group of friends in there, so they were watching. And he came up to me after, he's like, he goes, bro, you just keep getting funnier. He's like, but can I say something to you? You gotta say shit better. Your words, you jumble them up. Because he's like, and I get it. It's that East Coast thing that makes you, got that likable East Coast guy. But you also don't say your words. So a lot of people who aren't from the East Coast aren't going to understand what you just said.
Yeah, I get that too.
And this is from Anthony, people oh, Anthony, what does he know? He knew that. That was a smart thing for him to say. So there's some parts of my act that I always get great laughs, and then if I don't say it correct, if I don't slow it down and enunciate it better to some people who are not from Jersey, I don't get a laugh there. I'm like, what the fuck? That was a good joke. And like, they didn't understand what you just said.
I've spoken too fast for Jersey crowds where I'm like, they didn't hear what I said.
Right.
Like I mumbled it or just said it so fast.
Yeah.
And you could just tell, like they laughed. They didn't laugh as hard as if they heard every word.
Right.
You could almost always tell at the end. And I've had myself on stage tell myself, slow down. You're having a good time. Just slow down.
Right. Like, but he had said, that's like your style and your character is that quick talking, fast. What the hell's going on? Like, of course, that adds to your likability and your jokes. Right. He's like, but just be conscious that you're not clear on some of your words. So that's what it made me do. Like, so if I can't say the words like I normally would Jersey wise, I can give the facial or my body physical affliction or whatever it's called.
Inflection
with my body instead of the wording. Have to focus it like I have to jumble up my letters.
You probably do it more as an opener than as a headliner because as a headliner you have all the time. You're just free there. I bet as an opener you're talking faster because you're trying to hammer it harder for like tighten it, like putting it in.
Yeah, with Sebastian, with her crowd, like I realized I'm not going to squeeze in a 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. I'm just take my time. Her audience is like that anyhow, so just take that pace.
See, I got to learn that too, man, because I've been doing that lately where it's like, I don't know, for whatever reason, the past 10 shows I'm on, there's always involving some sort of crowd work I have to do that kind of like takes me off track.
Right.
And then, like, I've sucked up 8 minutes doing that.
Yeah.
And now, like, my time's up and I didn't get where I wanted to be and I'm still trying to cram it in.
Right.
Why can't you just organically let the fucking show end when it's supposed to?
Yeah, because you have in your head, these are the jokes I definitely want to say.
I know.
And then you start saying them, you're like, and you feel like they're like it's like if you have like 10 children and you like, we're excited as fuck. Like, this is Billy, that's Jimmy, that's Susan. And they're like, what time you get to like Frank, you're like, that's Frank, and there's 10. You know what I mean? Like, you want to show them all off. You're like, hold on, I want to show all my children. I got a lot of shit I want you to see. It's like, we don't need to see every one of them. Right. Can you show us like 5 of them? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're proud of them. You're proud of your jokes. You want to show them all.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and focus on just being like organic with it. So it's like when I'm headlining, I'm like, all right, I'm definitely doing 45. If I'm feeling it, I'll go above. But if at 45, I feel like this is just it. Let's go.
Right.
Like if I didn't get through it all, good night. Like, I gotta learn that.
Yeah, right.
I'm ending my shows duddish, but it's like I see myself racing. To get through. It's like it's so weird. Dude, my show the other night I got a last minute gig at Uncle Vinny's, and it's just they all arrived like at showtime, so they all had their food right before I went up. So someone's like, how'd your show go? And I'm like, it was all right. I connected with them a little bit. I go, when they weren't chewing, they're like big laughs, but when they were chewing, big nods. It was like it's like the weirdest thing. Like, you'll do a joke, and then you're setting up your next joke, just a lot of head shakes. You're like, what happened? You like, I'm like, yeah, of course. You have a mouthful of pasta. Why
did you headline, or you were with some?
I opened. The original headliner's father passed away, so me and Mike Burton. I guess the opener was coming with that guy. So me and Mike Burton filled in. He headlined, and they were fine. It was just the food drop. That's what you get as an opener on a 2-man show, the food drop.
Yep.
Headliner gets check spot, opener gets food drop.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, you have penne vodka in your mouth. How could you laugh with penne vodka in your mouth?
See, I like clubs that'll be like, show starts at 8. If you want to eat dinner, you get here 6:30, 6:45. You're done with your dinner and just having some drinks when the show starts.
Yeah, I would like this club doesn't have a liquor license, so it's like all his money is food. So it's like you just you. I tell that to some people that open for me. I'm like, it's the food, it's not you. Like,
right.
He has to sell this food if you want to keep working here. These dishes have to go out.
Right.
Suck it up and get what you get.
Right.
That's the
that's right. A lot of those places I'm talking about, they make money off the booze, but like you figure if you could do dinner from 7 to 8 and then after 8 is a limited menu: mozzarella sticks, fries, wings. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
bar menu.
Yeah. His shows on the weekends are usually people come early, eat their food, and they're ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like these weeknight shows. I think people are just coming from work, and they just coming in. They just want to eat, and you're like, whatever. But it's just so bizarre when you're sitting there talking and people are eating, and you're like, I feel like I'm bothering you. I feel like you're all smiling at me, so I know you're having a good time.
But I feel if you had a choice, you'd rather not listen to me right now.
Yeah, no, I think they were. Then they come up to you after, like, that was great. It's like, just get the fuck out of here.
Don't you sometimes want to punch him in the face? Like, that was an awesome show. You're like, yeah, did you want to say, maybe during the show, you know how you can do that from now on for future comedy shows? Just do that during the show by laughing, you fuck nut. Yeah. I don't need this conversation.
You're so disgruntled after 12 years in. It's like, you going to follow me on Instagram or not? Get the fuck out. That's why I stayed.
You want to hear what happened to me? Last night, so 2 nights in a row. The first night, I would have did great at that theater if I would have said something, but I forgot to mention I had CDs. I forgot to bring it up. And then I tried to sell CDs afterwards, but it's impossible because no one even knows you have CDs. No one even knew you were going to be out there. You know what I mean? You're just like standing there like, hi, guys, remember me? Like, oh, that guy, hey. And they just walk past you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So last night's show, I mentioned it. Why? I have no idea. I mentioned it, and they gave me a huge round of applause. Like, all right, woo! Like, oh, good. You guys are on board.
Yeah.
No, they weren't. I sold 3 CDs. Fucking 600 people in the theater. I sold 3 CDs.
Because the woman they love just did an hour plus, and they're like...
Exactly. So I'm sitting there, and I got the set up, and I'm waiting, and I see it's kind of done. The lobby's got maybe like 12 people like hanging out. So I just put the stuff in the bag, and I put my bag on. I start to walk away, and the guy's like, "Oh, you're done?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Like, I went, like, "Oh, you want one?" He's like, "Kathleen has anything out there?" I'm like, "No, you fucking idiot." No, Kathleen doesn't have shit out here, you fucking dick. You see her standing out here? Wow. I wanted to punch him in his face.
Did the theaters take like percentage from you? I know a lot of theaters do that.
One tried, Newark, entry pack.
Yeah. They
said give 20%. Mm-hmm. I sold 20 CDs. Mm-hmm. I was like, you want this, $40? I think it was 10%. They would take 10%. That's it, 10%.
Yeah.
You want this $20? It was like something like that. She was like, that's okay. You can keep it. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, what the fuck?
They got to cover themselves, because if I'm a band and I just sold $6,500 worth of merch, they want $650.
Yeah, no, I was just listening to what was his face, the singer from Hatebreed was on Opie and Jimmy.
Yeah,
we're talking about doing shows in Connecticut. Connecticut now has a thing. They charge you entertainment tax.
Yep, you have to fill out a paperwork. You have to fill out paperwork with the government. You have to fill out paperwork like you got to get like a certificate from the government, from the state, to sell merch and to claim it.
No, but not even on the merch. Like, say like he said, so like you get like you got to pay your income tax for working there.
Yeah.
You got to pay the merch, and then they tack on this third. It's called an entertainment tax, just for performing in their state.
Really?
And Jim Norton was like, "What? What?" He's like, "I'm gonna look at my contracts. He had like a show coming up in Connecticut." He's like, "Yeah."
Well, when I did that Hartford theater with her, I said, "Hey, can I sell merchandise?" They're like, "Yeah." Did you get a certificate? A certificate to sell? I'm like, "No, I just want to sell some CDs." They're like, "Yeah, you could do it online right now. It's $100, and you pay the $100, and you can sell whatever you want." I'm like, "I'm gonna probably sell $40 worth of CDs. I'm not gonna do that. Thank you."
Yeah, that's just said. A lot of bands now hire people to be outside on the street, pretending they're selling bootlegs.
Right.
Like shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're the real deal. It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's like what
Especially the opener. Leave the openers alone.
Kathleen, if she finds out, she'll go to theaters first. Like if I say, "Hey, you think I can sell?" She'll ask, Can he sell? And if they try to say, yeah, percentage, like he's not going to give you a percentage. So she'll step in for me.
That's good.
When I was at, what is that one in Red Bank? Count Basie? I sold like 40 CDs with her.
Yeah.
That night.
Do you just sit there by a table, or do you try and sell them?
I sit by a table. I tell them, I make an announcement. She makes an announcement. I say, hey, guys, I'm going to be outside. I'm selling CDs. My kids need you to buy this. Ha, ha, ha. That's the name. My kids need you to buy this. Come outside. They're $10 a piece. Come say hi. Then I set up on a round table. I just put them out there, and I stand like on the exit, right at the exit.
Yeah.
And you could see people before they even get out to the lobby already pulling their money out. They wanted it already.
Yeah.
Then there's people who walk past me like, oh, yeah. Oh, you got a CD? How much? Then when they see me, they remember. Just extra cash. I need to sell it.
Is good.
I lost $200 in gambling.
No, you?
Shut up.
No. Gambling? I don't believe it.
Fucking shit. Why do we have to come here 2 nights? Last night I went down to eat, and then I was like, let me just walk over here, and $180 later.
Yeah. That's like,
but today I went down. I don't want to.
Performing in casinos like me performing in a cocaine packing facility. It's like
you wouldn't do it.
No,
not every time. You know how many times I've been in a casino and not gambled? I've probably been in a casino 100 times in the past 2 years.
I perform in a cocaine packing facility at least 4 times, but I bet like once they're gonna be. I'll be like, all right, if it's just like if I'm walking through the hallways to my room and there's piles of it. Like, you gotta, wherever you see slot machines and tables, put piles of cocaine that I have to walk around. Like the first few times, I'd be like, nope, I got good recovery, got 21 years, I'm not wasting it. And then I bet you one time I'm gonna trip and fall into a pile, accidentally on purpose.
Well, I would, I mean, they're to me they are the same thing, but you're right. If the casino was full of cocaine, I would probably make it through 1 or 2 times before I would do cocaine. But as the casino, I mean, I've done probably 5 this year, and it's the first time I'm gambling.
That's good.
I mean, I don't gamble a lot anymore. I just don't like it. But last night, I was like, the roulette table was right there. So let me put the money in the roulette wheel thing. It was like at 20 minutes of that. And I was like, fuck it. And then I went to the slot machine, do $60, and I was like, I'm going to go upstairs. I have $500 of cash in my pocket, but I only used 180 of it because I don't feel like losing all my money.
I'm thinking about gambling when I go to Aruba because my hotel's got a casino in it.
There you go.
And I never gamble, so I'm like, fuck it. Let me
mess
around with it.
That's what I say. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah. I've the few times I've done good gambling, I could see how it could become a problem.
Yeah.
Like if I had more dispensable income.
Right.
Like I did great on craps one time where I was like, I feel like I figured this out. like I really felt like I got it. Like I can't lose at this game. There's so many ways to win. I'm murdering. Then like me and my brother went back, like 5 months after that, and we're like still high from that craps thing.
Yeah.
It was like our first time, and it didn't work the same that time. But I'm telling you, I look back at that. I'm like, if it worked just as good that second time, I think I would become a degenerate craps player. Right.
Chasing it.
But right away, it went from the most amazing thing to, is this table broken? Like, like literally didn't win once. It was I had magic hands the one time.
How many dots on that dice?
Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal, and I was just totally dejected. I'm like, what am I doing here?
The thing that will make, like, I enjoy playing. If I sat down at the roulette table, I sat down at the roulette machine, the electronic machine. If I sat down at a roulette table, and played for an hour and a half, and I lost $150, I wouldn't really care. It's like an hour and a half. I'm having fun, a little bit of excitement. It's the machines that when you throw your money away in the machines, like I don't have dispendable income. I don't have it like that. So to lose $180, I know it's not a big deal, But it is when in 3 weeks from now, I'm going to need that $180.
Yeah, and the machines suck. They don't pay off.
No, and it's just not as much fun. It's by yourself. Like me and my girl, my ex used to go all the time. It was fun because we would sit together and play one machine and be like excited over like it was fun.
Yeah.
Alone, sitting in a smoky filled casino at a slot machine is not fun. And then there was a poker room, an awesome poker room. I said, just went and play poker. Why do you want to just throw your cash away? Go sit down and play some hands of poker.
Yeah, you like poker and you're good at it.
I know.
You should play games where you have control of the outcome.
Because I'm a moron.
How much does it cost to play poker?
I would probably want to put $300 down.
Oh, so you can put whatever you want down?
I think minimum, I don't know what the minimum is here. Minimum usually one, two, no limit minimum buy-in is, I think, $60, which is like, well, why don't you just hand someone your $60 and leave? Maximum on a 1-2 in Jersey is $300 max buy-in. Mm-hmm. So I would buy in for the max.
Okay. So
I would have them like at least be competitive with the rest of the guys at the table, not come in with my measly $60 and have people run over me.
No game I want to learn how to play. My cousin, who's a big gambler, said it's like the best odds, one of the best odds in the casino. He plays Baccarat.
Oh, really?
He said that he never see anybody in the Baccarat room, but a bunch of Asians. That's why the noodle house is always like right next to it.
Yep.
But like I never see anybody. Me and my brother walked in one time to see if we can watch people play, and like see if we could figure it out. And we just felt so intimidated, we just walked out. Yeah.
It seems like everybody in there is rich and have life figured out. Never mind the game.
Yeah. But he said it's a very simple game.
Right.
I don't know. I'm gonna try and figure out how to. Have you ever played it or no?
No, it's like I said. Everyone in there seems like they're already winning at life. I don't go in that room. You know, I need to be with the losers at the fucking Wheel of Fortune machine, hoping that we can change things.
Yeah, they're already winning at life. I'll sit down and be like, "Can you not stare at my cards with your loser eyes?"
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Baccarat man.
Wait, like you put on the casino the television in the room, they try to teach you all that shit, you know?
Yeah, I just walk in, cold shirt.
Yeah.
I just ironed it. It's new.
Hey, welcome to the table, JCPenney.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's up there, Gap. Gap wants to raise.
When are we putting up the table minimum? Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Let's get this guy some noodles.
He's clearly lost.
I'm seeing like my brother is he wins big because he bets big. I'm like I'm just such a pussy gambler.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm puss. I told somebody I played online poker on my phone with fake money and I'm cheap. Someone all-ins me. I'm like, nah, too rich for my blood. It's like the money's not even real. You can set up a new account and start over. You fucking loser.
It's true though.
I can't afford to lose $100,000 of fake money now.
It's true that like you got to bet big. You got to bet big to win big. You got to,
That's my brother's philosophy. He's like, you're not going to win often, so you better bet big for when you do.
Right.
He goes, but you'll lose big, so you got to be prepared to lose big.
That's the thing about why I didn't become a professional poker player, because my soul doesn't handle the losses well.
Yeah.
Because I know that I don't have it like that. Now, when you're a professional gambler, you have bankrolls, you have money put aside, you know how to do that professionally. It's like having a business. It's like open up a fucking Pinkberry. You can't open up a Pinkberry, buy one round of fucking yogurt and hope, God damn, I hope we make money on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have some money in the bank in case you don't sell a fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing in poker. You got to have money to ride the downs, and I don't have it like that. So any losses hurt me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I could take those swings, man.
No,
I don't know if I can take.
No, you can't. That definitely. Well,
So
Dice was on Joe Rogan podcast recently. Him and Coco Diaz. Right. You got to go listen to it if you haven't. It's just an hour version, which is rare for a Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, really.
And he talks about, like, you know, because, like, people think he went out of the business because, like, his fame died, but he just wanted to raise his 2 boys.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, his thing. But, like, whatever, he had, like, these huge houses, a lot of stuff that he had to pay for. So there was a time when he just wasn't making the kind of money. Like, but, like, him, the kind of, like, he made, like, 30 grand or something on, like, a gig or 2.
Right.
But it wasn't enough to pay his nut.
Right.
He's like, I got this gig, I made 30 grand, which is a great pay for doing comedy, but I had this mortgage to pay.
Right.
And so he said, fuck it. He goes, well, I can't pay my bills with this, so he went to the blackjack table, and he turned it into $1.3 million.
Really?
Yeah. To pay his bill, to keep his bills off at bay.
Wow.
For a while. I was like, that's such a cool, I mean, that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah. Here's my story.
I know your story. $180 penny slots.
My cell phones were about ready to turn off, and I just needed Verizon to keep them on 1 extra week. So I took the $37 I made from selling CDs and turned that in to owing my mom another $80.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a good plan that Dice did. It just worked out for him. You gotta watch his Showtime show, man. It's fucking hilarious.
You told me about it. I saw a clip of it. I want to watch it.
I wish I can binge watch it. I'm so annoyed that I only watched 1 episode. It's
yeah.
And like Jim Norton, who toured with him for years, said it's exactly how it is hanging out with him.
Oh, really?
Like, the show's very true to real life.
Okay.
Like, even though it's like a scripted series.
Yeah. Did you ever hear Sebastian talk about when he opened for him?
Yeah.
When he used to go on the road with him, it took him like furniture shopping.
Yeah, that's Norton and Florentine talk about him taking him furniture shopping, like just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Gonna go buy furniture.
What do you got going on tonight? What is it, Friday? It's Saturday.
Today's Saturday. I'm headlining the American Legion Women's Auxiliary fundraiser. Not a lot of tickets sold, but they said they usually buy tickets at the at the event.
Who's on the show with you?
It's Adam Lucidi, Kevin Dombrowski, and me. Originally it was Ritu, but then Ritu James took Ritu off the show to put her on another show and put Adam on this show because the audience liked Adam last year and wanted him back.
Oh, nice.
So it's I go, thanks, James. 2 crowd work comics before me, you fucking dick. He's like, you'll be fine. I'm like, I know. It's just I just gotta if they're really into crowd work, I gotta be like, yeah, whatever they were doing, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
We've learned enough about you guys already.
That's the tough thing on those fundraisers. Crowd work guys start a pot like so much that the group of people who all know each other now want to hear more about each other.
It happened just 2 weeks ago to me, and I don't know. I told James, I'm like, he doesn't believe that it affects the show, but I'm like, I listen. I know I'll be fine. I'm professional enough. I'll be able to do my show. But I'm not the only comic that has said it. I've been hearing it for years since I've started. I've been at shows where like I'm the MC, the bigger headliners there, and they have a crowd work comic in the middle, and the guy's like, why you guys getting a guy doing crowd work for a half hour before me?
Right.
I've saw DePaulo flip out about that. I've saw Matarese flip out about that. I've seen it. Yeah,
I mean, and again, we say this, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody who is, books shows or puts together shows. If you haven't done it, you don't know shit. I don't give a fuck if you saw 50,000 comedy shows and you're gauging it off the 50,000 shows you've seen. If you haven't been on stage, you don't get an opinion. You don't. You don't get to say how it is.
Yeah.
You can have an opinion. It could be just that, an opinion. I have experience. Most of the comics I talk to that experience, if you're following a ton of crowd work, yes, some guys are really funny and it doesn't really matter. Obviously, most guys will be able to be fine, but it is a setback, especially on a show where no one is the celebrity. Like if everyone's coming to see Joe Fernandez and Adam Lucidi goes up front, does 15 minutes of crowd work, all the people love Adam, but they love you. That's why they're there. So it might not affect it as much.
Right, or even as like the MC. Like Adam's my first call whenever I can have someone MC for me because he's the best. I like his crowd work.
Right.
And I'm gonna like it tonight, but that's like even the guy after him's gonna be crowd work. So this will be like back to back crowd work guys.
Right.
I don't mind if there's a crowd work guy. Put it this way: even if Adam was the middle act doing crowd work, I don't mind as much if the MC, like if Ritu was on the show, it would have been great because she does material, so she probably would have went on and even in between us and done like 3 or 4 minutes of like story.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Change the vibe a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, it's taking nothing from these comics. I like working with them, and I'm sure the show's going to be fine. I just, like you said, we're up there all the time. We know what makes good shows. I talked about that with Conti today on the phone. It was like I told him about the one time when we changed a whole room around at a convention to make it look better.
Right.
It's like, please, we're the performers. We know what will work.
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to hurt your show. I'm trying to make this a better show. We know it makes better shows. I harp on this too much. I'm calming down. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? I'm just going to go do my shit and go home. Stop trying to control life, Joe.
All right. Joe?
Poi? Is Poi happening?
No. But fucking push-up guy is now the one on the dance concrete. Him and his buddy are the only ones out there. Push-up guy and someone else. And push-up guy is doing some sort of weird dance where he moves his hair a lot. But he does a lot of ab flexes, and now he's doing like an arm sway. I got him on video. I'm going to try to put this up. There he goes. All by himself. Oh, yeah. Pointing to his crotch. That's it.
Dude, that's my move. Fucking hack.
Oh, wow. That's actually happening right there. Okay.
Push-ups.
There's nobody else. It's just amazing. Every time I look out there, there's only one person dancing, and it's never anyone else joining them. It's like one person goes up, and then they leave, and then another one goes up and does weird shit. But no, you're right. Does it matter the shows? Set up this and following. No, in the big picture, you're gonna do your fucking 45 minutes, and you're out. I get it. But it's when people try to tell you how it's no different. Fuck you. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It is a difference. Because, especially in that setting, now if he did it at the Pompton Plains and you have 50 regular people coming to watch a show, and Adam did crowd work and Kevin did crowd work, you came up, these people don't know each other. So they're not a bunch of buddies watching a show.
Yeah.
But when you're at a Knights of Columbus and there's 50 people in the crowd.
BYOB, you're going to be hammered.
But most of these people know each other. They're all from the same organization.
Yeah.
So when you're like, Jimmy, what do you do for a living? Fucking Jimmy. Remember they were talking about Jimmy. And they just want to do that. And then you do it. Another person does it. They love it, man. Do more stuff about us so we know each other. We can talk about Mary next week. Like, they want to hear it.
I know. I hate that.
And then Joe goes into talking about his dead dad shit. And they're like, we were making fun of Mary.
That's what happened at the last show. I mean, it was fine. It worked out. They were making fun of this guy that left. And it was the running joke throughout the whole show. And when they come in, that's all it's about. It's like,
it's Charlie again. Charlie's back. Look at Charlie. It's like, yeah, I see him. Yeah,
get it. Fucking boo.
But to the people coming to the show, they just want to laugh. They don't understand what the difference is and why they laughed. They don't know the difference.
No, they don't.
Why did I just laugh? Because he made fun of my friend Jimmy, or because he told a joke about his dead dad? They have no idea why they're laughing, as long as at the end of the day, like, that was awesome. We had so much fun.
Yeah, listen, the few times I do book a show, I put on comics that I feel complement each other.
Right.
That's what I do. I think this is going to be a good show because this guy does this, she does that, and then this guy does this. It's like there's always a method to my madness. It's not just like fucking throw whoever in.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like how we've learned finally that like you can't middle it at NA conventions because regular comedians can't follow you when you do that there.
Right.
It's just it's stupid unless the person we're putting it after you is a famous person.
Right.
The visual alone will make them forget about you. Like, holy fuck, that guy's here?
Yes.
That's the only way it'll work.
Right.
Bring Sebastian to an NA convention and be like,
oh, you bring any of the girl code, guy code dudes, those guys?
Yeah. Right.
Everyone's like, oh my God, it's him. And then they don't care about me anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a booker, so I don't know how tough it is to try and maneuver, like, your whole roster of comics you use to try and, you know, because I'm sure shows come in piecemeal and you just use whatever's left at a certain point.
Right.
So that's why I don't get mad at it. It's just like one of those things. You're like, ugh.
Dude.
What happened? He's doing sit-ups now?
No, but he is a girl, and he's just, this girl walked right up to him, and now he's holding hands with a girl.
It works.
Fucking push-up guy.
Gee, that shit worked, man.
Push-up guy with his weird dancing and pointing to his dick had a girl, unless he already had a girl.
He probably already had a girl, but I guarantee he got her doing that sometime. Because if she is with him, isn't into that, she ain't gonna be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?
Wait, come
Why
on.
are you doing push-ups and dancing?" They were probably sitting there on their chairs, and she goes, and she saw one guy dancing. Goes, "Hey, honey, go show him how you got me."
Don't forget to do the dick point.
Do the dick point. Do the push-ups, and if he don't leave the dance floor, bust out your poi balls. Start flailing those around. But it's daytime. I can't put them on fire. You don't need fire. That's how good you are. You don't need fire.
You're already on fire, baby.
You're on fire in my heart, you lug.
Now get out there, Mario, and do your thing.
Out there. He's just doing one-arm push-ups. She's fucking right. Fucking bro code. Fucking bro code. Fucking do sit-ups, man. Fuck that guy. Here, watch me point at my dick. Watch me point at it. Watch.
My dick. Right there's my dick. What's up?
And hey, hon, if it nothing changed, just walk up like I just met you and you're into this shit.
Yeah, there's no way that wasn't his broad already, because no one else went around him, just her. There was like a couple of people dancing around him, and then she just came, danced next to him for a second, grabbed his hand, they walked away. Yeah, it was his broad.
It was his broad.
Yeah, now he's walking with flip-flops. I just don't like this guy. He kind of looks like, I don't know. He looks like, did you ever see that show? I can't think of the name. Never mind. I don't want to stick with that.
Okay.
It'll take me forever to figure it out. He looks like one of the guys from the Flying. What's that on HBO? The Concorde, the Flight of the Concords.
Oh yeah.
Those guys with the curly hair, kind of like scruffy beard. They looks like one of those guys.
Oh, okay. Well, we're recording for an hour, and I have to go to the bathroom. Let's wrap this fucker up, man.
Yeah, I've been having to go to the bathroom for about a half hour now.
And get to the ladies' auxiliary fundraiser. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to get back to looking out the
beautiful hotels and theaters. Go fuck yourself. I will be at the American Legion and then a rainy drive home to eat hummus out of my fridge.
I'm going to be standing in front of this window masturbating.
Why don't you go hang at the pool, man?
I am. I was doing that before when you're like, come on, can we get this thing going now? Like, I know you're stuck in your fucking shitty studio. I get it.
I just want to bang out this cast because you have a travel day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop my day with my son. They're like, hey, let me talk to Joe for an hour. Relax, buddy. I know it's your first time on the West Coast, but
I'm kidding, motherfucker. I'm joining. I was thinking about joining the gym this week because I have like 3 months till my vacation. I just have to get in enough shape where I'm not totally ashamed to take my shirt off.
That's like cleaning up your house before the maid gets there.
Exactly. No, it's totally what I'm going to do.
It's like, let me straighten. Like my mom used to do that.
I could tighten up pretty quick if I put my mind to it.
When we used to have a cleaning lady, my mom was like, listen, the cleaning lady's coming today, so can you get this fucking place clean?
We do that shit now. My wife does that shit. Come on, pick shit up, man. Carlos is coming tomorrow. She goes, you can't have it. We're like, why are we cleaning for the cleaning? She goes, no, you guys have to declutter. You guys are clutterers. Carlos is here to clean, not to take away your clutter. I'm like, fuck Carlos. He's always coming when I'm fucking home and want to relax.
God damn, there's a hot. Oh my God. Okay.
All right, go point at your dick and
Hey, do you think these windows they can see in from my hotel window?
Probably not.
Well, we're gonna find. We're gonna find out. Watch the news. If
This guy's using a shake weight on level 3.
Chubby white comedian gets arrested on the 5th floor at the talking stick is because I was playing with my talking stick.
Sir, were you masturbating? No, I was trying to open up a bag of chips, man. That shit was hard.
All right, man.
All right, so go to listeners. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Please share this with your friends. Tell them how to listen to our podcast. Go to MikeGaffneyLive.com to see where Mike's playing. You go to JoeFernandez.net to see where I'm playing. Got a lot of gigs coming up. You've been listening to All in Our Heads.
Yes.